We're really not sure where we are in this, and that's the reason why we say it's an evolving situation that we have to look. It could go either way.
Yeah.
It could turn out to be a lot of miles.
Fantastic fall weather for another few days.
Sounds great, Brandon. Thank you. That'll do it for KY3 News.
Thanks for joining us and have a great day. All right.
We ready? Let's do it.
I'm ready. You ready? Okay. Here we go. And we're off to see the Emmys, the wonderful Emmys of Mid-America. Because the wonderful things we did.
You're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. You'll find he is a wizard, a whiz, if ever a whiz there was. If ever a whiz there was, the Wizard of Oz is one.
Yes, I'm ready now. Then close your eyes and tap your heels together 3 times. And think to yourself, there's no place like home. There's no place like home.
Hi everyone! Tonight is the night that we see who wins the 45th Annual Mid-America Emmy Awards. Congratulations to all the winners tonight of the Emmys and to all the nominees. Everyone did such a great job. Good luck, everyone!
Julie Tristan from HEC in St. Louis. Hey nominees, so excited for your night tonight. Congratulations, whether you win or lose. Me and the dogs will be rooting for you.
Hi, I'm Lisa with Park University. I'm a first-time nominee, and I'm so excited for the Emmys! Woo!
And I'm Mitch. I'm also nominated alongside Park University, and we wanted to say to everyone, good luck, nominees!
Hey, it's time to take home a little bit of hardware. Hi, Charlie Brennan along with Alvin Reed from the award-winning cast and crew of Donnybrook. Now in our 35th year. That's right. We just want to wish congratulations to all the nominees and the winners.
It's a celebration.
Hey everyone, we are here in Kansas City, and my name is Jessica Lovell-Caro. I am with the University of Kansas Health Systems Medical News Network, and we just wrapped up here on the set inside our kitchen for the latest episode of Sunny Says. And we just want to tell everyone how thrilled and honored we are to be a part of tonight's ceremonies. And of course, this is Sunny, and we both just want to wish all of the nominees tonight the very best of luck.
Good luck!
A dedication to last throughout the year.
Hi, I'm Brett McMillan with Cardinals Insider, and just like baseball at Busch Stadium, the Emmys are a tradition.
And I'm Emily Stevens. On behalf of everyone here at the St. Louis Cardinals, congratulations to all of this year's nominees.
Let's all celebrate and have a good time, yeah, yeah.
Hello everyone, I'm Cassandra Webb with KARK4 News in Little Rock, Arkansas. I want to wish a huge congratulations to all of the Mid-America Emmy nominees. Best of luck tonight, you've all done an amazing job.
Welcome to the 2021 Emmy Awards. I'm Sheree Honeycutt, reporter and host of Thursday's Child at Fox 4 News in Kansas City, home of the Chiefs, Royals, and the best barbecue in the world. Congratulations to all of tonight's nominees. It's your time to shine.
Hey there, you guys. It's Joy Robertson from Color 10 Ozarks Live here in Springfield. On my way into work, just wanted to take a second and congratulate everyone on their Emmy nomination tonight. Best of luck to you. And by the way, the only thing better than an Emmy nomination is an Emmy win. And speaking of, ever since I brought this little girl home, she and I have been inseparable. I mean, we do everything together. Wait, what? You want Starbucks again today? Like right now? I think that's a great idea, Emmy. I'm telling you, anything she wants. Mama loves you.
I'm Kevin Kelly, the evening news anchor with Fox 16 here in Little Rock, Arkansas. And we're coming to you from the River Market area. And even though you're there and I'm here, the excitement is definitely in the air. Congratulations to all of the nominees this evening. And if you win, I salute you on a job well done.
A celebration to last throughout the years.
Hi everyone, I'm Martia Crowder from 9 PBS in St. Louis. Just wanted to say congratulations to all the nominees. I wish you a good night, good luck, and above all else, remember to have fun. Cheers!
Let's all celebrate and have a good time.
It's Emmy night in mid-America. Longtime reporter and first-time nominee here, Mark Maxwell at WCIA in Champaign, Illinois. Let's agree to all get nominated again so we can do this together next year.
Okay, timer set. We've got to keep this tight.
All right. What are we talking about again?
The secret of winning an Emmy.
Oh, the secret.
Now, you've won 2 Emmys and you're nominated for how many this year?
7 nominations. And how many Emmys have you won?
Only 25, 2 in Kansas City and 2 in Minneapolis.
Brett, that's awesome. So, do we really want to tell them the secret?
I've got it right here in my hands.
Isn't that your recipe for pork green chili?
What the?
Let's celebrate.
Hello from Columbia, Missouri, the home of KOMU8 News and the Missouri School of Journalism. I'm Emily Spain, and we're wishing all the nominees tonight good luck.
Good luck to all nominees from KNWA, Fayetteville, Arkansas.
A lot of times when people win an award like an Emmy, they'll say that they want to thank all the little people. I don't want to thank any of the little people. I'd rather thank the big people, because there were some big people. Shout out to all the people at Cool Fire, especially Jeremy Corey, Roxanne, and all the other great supportive people there, and my partners, Andy Crouppen, Terry Crouppen, for letting me do my thing.
Don't fall asleep yet.
The show hasn't even started.
This is not even mine. I have somebody else's Emmy.
It's a celebration.
Good evening, I'm Steve Grant, president of Natus Mid-America and anchor on KY3 in Springfield, Missouri. Well, here we are again in our make-believe ballroom. We hope you have champagne ready at home. And for your added convenience, we have a program guide at a link on our website. On behalf of the Board of Governors of Natus Mid-America, we congratulate and celebrate you and your extraordinary work, all during a pandemic that is rife with misinformation and disinformation. And we sincerely appreciate the truth you bring to the screen every day. Now, to go on with the honors, here is Stacy Walfel, trustee and immediate past president of Natus Mid-America.
Hello from Columbia and the beautiful University of Missouri campus. I'm Stacy Walfel, and as Steve said, I'm a national trustee for the chapter and the immediate past president. I'm also a volunteer judge quite often, and I'll take a moment as we get started tonight to remind everybody that helping judge the Emmys is what makes a night like this happen. So if you're interested in that, reach out to Maggie. She can definitely get that happening for you. And if you're interested in leadership with the chapter, let's talk about that as well. Now, I'm honored to get to kick off the awards tonight with the very first category, team coverage.
In the category Team Coverage, we had 1 nomination, and the Emmy goes to A State Covered in Snow, KARK and KLRT.
Yeah, and a pretty amazing moment. I know you were there for this morning with photojournalist Julian Jones out on the roads. Claire, how are things looking?
A perfect example of why it's really not safe to drive right now.
Blooper by sledding down on my cardboard box. We're out here at the Clinton.
To Glasgow, Montana. They've actually had 2 inches less. What about Grand Forks, North Dakota? Well, they've actually had several inches less.
These are the nominees for the category of continuing coverage. Lisa Montgomery, Inside a Killer's Mind, KCTV. Public Records and Accountability, Teens Shooting Death, KSHB. Dying in Custody, Tommy McLaughlin Jr., KSLA. Rebound 5, Impacted by the Pandemic, KSHB. Pulled from the Flames, KMOV. And the Emmy goes to Public Records and Accountability, Teens Shooting Death, KSHB.
Day, the city of Overland Park paid a former officer more than $80,000.
Overland Park Police Chief Frank Donchez
And Overland Park have never released investigation documents of the.
For example, attorney Bernie Rhodes points to a written statement Mayor Carl Gerlach made a few days after the deadly shooting.
These are the nominees for breaking or spot news coverage. Single report. Jordan Street Fire, KSLA. Plane lands on I-470, KMBC. Protesters hit the highway, KLRT. Little Rock mayor and police chief caught in chaos, KARK. 2 nominations are receiving an Emmy tonight. Protesters hit the highway, KLRT.
It's a very active scene. Police have just pulled up a SWAT team. If you take a look over here, you can see them gearing up and on the road. It's their last 10 to 15 minutes. Now, again, we've seen several protesters. Very active scene out here. We'll continue to monitor this situation, but we want to send it back to you, Susan, in the studio as this continues on out here on 630.
And the other Emmy goes to Little Rock mayor and police chief caught in chaos, KARK.
I'll walk away better people tonight. We all got all
10 p.m., Mayor Frank Scott Jr. locked hands with protesters and marched down Capitol Avenue. Things continue to get worse. Protesters return to the state capitol. I've seen children, people of all races and backgrounds that are going to express how they feel about George Floyd and the recent police brutality.
These are the nominees for breaking or spot news coverage, multiple reports. Remains of missing Columbia mother, KOMU. George Floyd's death protests, push for change, KSHB. Ferguson unrest, KSDK. George Floyd protests, KATV. George Floyd protests, KMOV. And the Emmy goes to George Floyd's death protests, push for change, KSHB.
Gabriella, things are escalating out. You can hear the yelling. They're throwing tear gas and milk jugs.
You've readjusted your location and your shot.
Taken some time to talk to some of the people who came down here.
It was vandalized. We had thought we had parked far enough away from the plot.
Here on 47th Street, and this is the road that a lot of those protesters were walking on last night.
In the category of environment or science news, the nominees are Clear and Present Danger, The Leak, WCIA. Expectorate the Unexpected, KCTV. Both of our nominations are being recognized for excellence in this category. Clear and Present Danger, The Leak, WCIA.
This is one of 8 underground natural gas storage ground in naturally occurring aquifers in Ancona and nearby Garfield. Rotten egg odor of natural gas. When we went to the Solomon family farm to investigate, it didn't take long to find all 3.
And watch what happens when we put this gas detector near this hole.
And the second Emmy goes to Expectorate the Unexpected, KCTV.
College campuses are marching to a new beat this fall. KU's emergency management team.
This is just one step.
May take a while. Dry mouth aside.
Okay.
It actually uses a collection of samples. And if the batch tests positive, then it looks at expectorating the unexpected as part of the path back to normal.
Everyone out there should be doing everything they can to stay safe and make sure those around them.
In the category of environment or science short-form content, the nominees are Living St. Louis, the OOPS program, 9 PBS, Over and Under, Wildlife Crossings, Fourth Wall Films, Love Bugs, HEC TV. And the Emmy goes to Over and Under, Wildlife Crossings, Fourth Wall Films.
Keep track of any animal vehicle collisions.
Actually, female turtles, they're the primary source of how it went.
Once we enacted this study and kind of learned more about their movement.
To deal with animal mortality on the roadways, we have had almost none on this particular stretch because we've been able to fence it off so effectively.
We miss seeing you. Fortunately, technology lets us do what COVID does not. We may not be in the ballroom tonight, but that's not going to stop us. Post those selfies and videos. Share the night and join us virtually at our social media party. Post virtual Emmy Gala pictures and messages, or dedicate your nomination or win to family, friends, or someone special. Join us on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel to see more outstanding full-length content from our winners. And if you're an Emmy recipient or nominee, or know someone who has received this special recognition, post your messages to Twitter or Instagram using the hashtag EmmyMidAm. To all our nominees and winners, congratulations.
Congratulations. Now let's go to Bianca Beltran in Kansas City with the next award.
Thank you, Stacy. Hi, I'm Bianca Beltran from KMBC 9 News in Kansas City, joining you from Liberty Memorial, which has one of the best views of Union Station and the Kansas City skyline. Our Mid-America Emmy chapter serves 16 TV markets in 5 states, so the Emmys going home tonight are more than local. Aside from honoring the work of all the professionals out there, we also present awards and scholarships at the college and high school level each year. It is my pleasure to present the next group of categories, starting with the nominations for on-camera talent, anchor, weather.
Kenton Jewicki, Science, Understood and Empowering, KOMU. Abby Dyer, Beyond the Weather app, KY3. Bridget Mahoney, Storm Run in Science, KTVI. Chris Higgins, KTVI. And the Emmy goes to Chris Higgins, KTVI.
I tell only the truth, Glenn, and the truth is it's hot as heck out here right now with isolated tornadoes as well. So that's why we're out here. It's not a sure thing. In fact, it's behind me. We actually were able to get up it. Woods Basement System storm. And in today's world, that would mean we'd end up with about 4 inches of snowfall. But that's not the way the pattern is setting up for today.
Our next Emmy is for Business Consumer News. The nominees are Appliance Repair Call Centers Confuse, KSHB. Hospital Credit Checks, KSDK. The Lunch Crowd, KCTV. COVID Slicing Away Profits, KSLA. I Want Justice. Contractor Takes Cash, KSHB. KMBC 9 Investigates, TEH Realty, KMBC. And the Emmy goes to The Lunch Crowd, KCTV.
Hey, thank you.
For a line of hungry customers outside the Lady Bird Diner.
Good morning. Hello.
Her guests have waited all morning for this.
It motivates me to get out of bed, honestly.
Tiffany Kopp might not be able to eat without it.
Booked to help cover her costs so she could keep doing this as long as people need help.
This can only make us stronger.
Stronger through nourishment.
Yeah, it was tasty.
In every sense of the word.
Our next Emmy is for Business Consumer, short-form content. The nominees are STL, 5-Year Strategic Plan Summary, Spot Content Studio, Smoothie Success, HEC TV. And the Emmy goes to Smoothie Success, HEC TV.
It kept getting more and more profound to me.
Boyd encouraged Zhang, who by then had moved to this small production facility.
Scale up. You have to think about economy of scale. You have to think about distribution. You have to think about lowering costs.
Hopes her product, a blend of her life history and passion, will be shared by others.
These are the nominees for Education Schools News. Ozarks Life, Blake Richter's Cathedral, KY3 KSPR. Kirkwood High School Abuse Allegations, KSDK. Jasmine's Virtual Reality, KARK. Coronavirus and Education, Making a Difference, KSDK. Loud and Clear, KSLA. There is more than one nominated entry being recognized for excellence. Ozarks Life, Blake Richter's Cathedral, KY3 KSPR.
They sound and look like professionals, but in reality,
and that's just unreal to me.
Sing it out.
See the light in the sky, you can see.
His dynamic style, service, and success helped Richter become a semifinalist for the National Grammy Teacher of the Year Award, one out of almost 2,000 nominations.
For going to recess every day. Bye, have a great resting all day.
And Loud and Clear, KSLA.
And as she got older, she discovered other ways to share exactly what's on her mind through sign language.
And so I can read your lips. It had your mask. It was like, it could...
Mom, everybody had a mask like me. I could read their lips.
This moment with these masks isn't only about Bailey and others with a hearing deficiency being able to understand what's being said.
What's the gesture?
These are the nominees for Education Schools, short-form content. Winnetonka celebrates 50 years, North Kansas City Schools. Sunny Says, Back to School, Medical News Network. Music that reclaims, HEC TV. Neil's Story, Story Track. And the Emmy goes to Sunny Says, Back to School, Medical News Network.
Hi friends, I'm Sunny and I'm going in the 2nd grade. Dad, keep your water bottles full. Be asked to wash your hands a lot and use hand sanitizer. Stay safe and follow the rules.
Here are the nominees in the category of Feature News Report, Light Feature, Single Report. The Greatest Player You Never Heard of, KSDK. Distinguished Veteran Reflects, WPSD. Murals on 7th Street, KTHV. Pandemic Changes 2020 Holiday Traditions, KSHB. It's More Than Money, KMBC. A Season Rewritten, KSLA News 12. And the Emmy goes to It's More Than Money, KMBC.
In years past, this wealthy anonymous businessman has hit the streets of Kansas City.
Merry Christmas!
Oh, you joking, man? No. For real?
Spreading cheer, $100 bill at a time.
Oh my goodness, that is a blessing.
This year, a traditional sleigh ride.
You're a good man.
And the hugs that come along with dollars.
Thank you.
To every employee at the Little Sisters of the Poor nursing home.
Thank you very much, and I'm very blessed for this. Oh my goodness.
Congratulations to all of the Emmy winners tonight. Now let's go to my colleague Sean Streety in Decatur, Illinois.
Thank you, Brianna. Greetings from Decatur, Illinois, the original home of the Chicago Bears and WAND TV, Central Illinois' first TV station. I'm Sean Streety, an anchor at WAND News and a new inductee into the Emmy Silver Circle. The Silver Circle honors individuals who've made a significant contribution to the television industry and the community they serve for at least 25 years. Our chapter also inducts people into the Gold Circle for 50 years or more of meritorious service to television. It's an honor to present the next group, beginning with Feature News Report, Serious Feature.
A Story of Friendship, KSDK. Josh Spidell, KSDK. Donating for Drake, KMBC. A Call to Live, KSLA. And the Emmy goes to Josh Spidell, KSDK.
One night after scoring 33 points with 18 rebounds, the phone rang at his parents' house.
To the emergency room. We need you to get here as soon as possible.
No one else was seriously hurt, but Josh had a traumatic brain injury.
And here's Josh Spidell.
reminder that no matter what life faces.
For Lifestyle Programmer Special, our nominees are Ed's Favorite Things, Cool Fire, Urban Forge, Arkansas PBS. And the Emmy goes to Urban Forge, Arkansas PBS.
Blacksmithing has become a lost art, but we use it every single day and still look at it as an extremely valuable part of what we do.
It's something from the old, from way back.
There's not a book that you can go read that will tell you how to produce the things that are produced at Urban Forge.
The next category is for an interview or discussion program. The nominees are Joan London, Why Did I Come Into This Room? HEC TV. Police, Protests, and Progress, A Candid Conversation, KOMU. Secrets and Spies, author Jenny Fields on Atomic Love, HEC TV. The People and the Police, KMBC. And the Emmy goes to The People and the Police, KMBC.
The people responded nationwide and here at home.
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace!
We're dealing with a community that's frustrated. We're dealing with a community that feels like their voices are not being heard.
And now to the next category for excellence in newscast, morning or daytime, markets 1 through 49. Our nominees are Commitment 2020, election results, KMBC. Tissel, snow, and bitter cold, KSDK. Snow and the Super Bowl, KMBC. Our Emmy Award goes to Tissel, Snow, and Bitter Cold, KSDK.
To watch where you park so you don't have to.
Live look at Lee May Ferry. Our Mighty Joe.
Watching the roads for you. Savannah Louie is in Wentzville as this.
Go in and stay safe. Where the snow is falling right now is.
Or in the eastbound direction as you travel right near Washington.
Yeah, we're starting to see a little bit more snow falling down at a faster clip. Let's send it over to Wentzville where Savannah Louie is. Hey, Savannah.
Our next craft category is Talent Anchor News, and the nominees are Mike Bush, KSDK, Kevin Holmes, KSHB, John Holt, WDAF, Dia Wall, KSHB, and the Emmy goes to Kevin Holmes, KSHB.
This was someone screaming with passion, stop killing us, stop killing us. We want justice.
The city came to be what it is today.
And have some fun, too. We'll highlight some of the lesser-known stories.
Rain could put a damper on the spirits of Chiefs Kingdom, as many of the tailgaters are right behind me right now, actually awaiting committee starters returning. However, that doesn't mean there won't be any newbies that are expected to make an impact.
These are the nominees for a daily news report single shift. Addressing an issue, KSHB. Inside the COVID-19 ICU, KSDK. Ordinary Circumstances, KCTV. Connecting Through a Lost Art, KSHB. Days Like These, KCTV. And the Emmy goes to Inside the COVID-19 ICU, KSDK.
I'll be hanging out out there.
Okay. Just tell me where to go. Let me go get my stuff. Okay.
This is what trying to hold the front line looks like against an enemy that knows no ceasefire and grows stronger every day. For 8 months, healthcare workers have waged this war behind closed hospital doors. Until now.
These are the COVID patients right around us now.
Yep.
Our next nominees are for Military News. COVID and veterans, making a difference, KSDK. It Takes an Army, KTVI. A Father's Story, KMOV. And the Emmy goes to A Father's Story, KMOV.
Is just overwhelming to be a young boy, to go overseas, to fly and drop bombs.
Pearl Harbor, Jerry felt it was his duty to serve his country, even when he was not a
haircut, which shocked me. I took aptitude tests and was asked what I would like to do in service.
Tonight, we'll honor recipients of our distinguished Silver Circle Award. The Silver Circle recognizes people who have made significant contributions to television for 25 years or more. The broadcast pioneers in this group have had significant careers in many aspects of the industry, including engineering, management, on-air, technical, production, administration, and talent. Let's meet our first inductee.
An award well-deserved. 40 years into a career as an honored journalist and broadcaster, managing Western Kentucky's legacy NBC affiliate, and now publisher of 6 newspapers, including the flagship Paducah Sun. Bill was a youthful broadcast journalism hopeful at Arkansas State University, seen here with other broadcasting students in 1980 and 81. He worked a couple of radio jobs, then began covering television news in his home state of Arkansas.
While Lake Village has seen many changes over the last 130 years, there's always been one common thread, taking it from one decade to the next: cotton.
Bill produced newscasts in St. Louis, then moved into management in Birmingham and Nashville.
I've known Bill Evans since we were teenagers, and we worked together at 2 different TV stations. So we're friends, we're co-workers, and he's definitely like a brother to me. Bill has always used his gifts to lead others, to engage and discuss journalism, to engage and lead others in journalism, to engage and discuss those who work in journalism. Bill has always demanded the best from everyone around him. He's dedicated his life and career to making sure his co-workers serve the public. He's always understood how vital journalism is to our democracy.
Bill came to WPSD Local 6 in 1997. 24 years later, the station is a news agenda setting powerhouse for the region, a giant in community service, and has been the launching pad for hundreds of talented journalists working all over the country.
He's my friend. I think of him as my friend. I know that whenever I have had situations that have happened that I've needed some really great professional advice, I mean, I know he'll remember I've reached out to him and he gave me great advice.
And I think quality has been something that we've always been known for, and he's followed through on that.
These are the nominees in the craft category of News Editor. Chase Lucas, KSHB. Crystal Hall, Fox Sports Midwest. Whitney Blake Tyler, Pretty Radical, KMBC. And the Emmy goes to Whitney Blake Tyler, Pretty Radical, KMBC.
Susanna Salter was the first elected woman mayor in the country. I think it's hilarious that it really was supposed to be a joke, and the joke was on that.
The story of Kansas's trailblazing women starts long ago, years before the start of the Civil War.
This Bleeding Kansas era, that really defined this.
And now the nominees for editor, short form or long form content. Alyssa Shear, Space Cam, Chapter 1, Paradowski Creative. Scott Conger, Square One Brewery Craft, 90 Degrees West. Roxanne Lingua, 3 lawyers eating sandwiches to go, Max Local Eats, Pool Fire. Chris Myers, Align Media. Edward Herman, Ed vs. Snacks, Cool Fire. Chris Ryan, This Is What I Want to Do With My Life, Once Films. 2 nominations are receiving an Emmy tonight. Chris Myers, Aligned Media.
My day's pretty regimented. I get up very early before the sun comes up because I like to see the light come through the house.
Care, humanity, concern, human concern, brotherly love.
I think people connect with the peacefulness of the work, the process, all these words and phrases that tell the story.
And the other Emmy goes to Chris Ryan. This Is What I Want to Do With My Life, Once Films.
If it's not a challenge, I probably wouldn't have done any of this.
Good art has a way of amplifying something that's true, that we know it's true because it vibrates in our souls.
It's like a lightning bolt. You know that somewhere that's going to maybe strike someone else as well. So you just listen to your gut.
And if you like it, you're gonna be good.
These are the nominees for Weathercast. Dreaming of a White Christmas, KNWA. Tri-State Tornado Anniversary, KTVI. Todd Yakubian, KATV. And the Emmy goes to Dreaming of a White Christmas, KNWA.
Snow in the studio, and this snow has to come down long enough where it will start to accumulate, which makes it so rare for the South. Grab some snow and have a nice little snowball fight with the neighbors. But as we take a look at our weather forecast for this year, not looking like a white Christmas. We're gonna have plenty of sunshine. Temperatures will be a 10% chance of a white Christmas. And this matches up perfectly with the National Climatological Data Center map.
Congratulations to all those taking home the golden statues tonight. Now let's go to Shreveport, Louisiana, to my colleague, Adria Goins.
Thank you, Sean, and greetings from Shreveport, Louisiana, outside the beautiful Strand Theater, the centerpiece of downtown. It's nearly 100 years old and the official state theater of Louisiana. I'm Adria Goins, news anchor for KSLA News 12. Though headquartered in Missouri, our Emmy chapter stretches all the way down to the Pelican State, highlighting some of the amazing work being done in my city and Monroe, Louisiana, too. It's my privilege tonight to introduce the nominees of the following categories, starting with hard news, no time limit.
The nominees are 4 calls to 911, no response, KMOV. Fighting on the Inside, COVID-19 ICU, KSDK. Sydney Sutherland and the Pink Cross, KARK. And the Emmy goes to Fighting on the Inside, COVID-19 ICU, KSDK.
This one, yeah, let's do it. For 8 months, this is the fight that's gone mostly unseen. But after just minutes inside this ICU, it was too easy to see how hard it can be to beat COVID-19.
And what are they having to do right now?
They're inserting a breathing tube.
And you've done this is not the first time today.
Oh no, 3 times today.
And now the Emmy for Live Reporter. The nominees are Ariel Rothfield, KSHB. Casey Nolan, KSDK. Bianca Beltran, Your Eyes on the Ground, KMBC. Dan Cohen, KSHB. And the Emmy goes to Casey Nolan, KSDK.
I'm good. What can I ask who you guys are with? Who are you guys with? Or are you just here to
we're just here for moral support. That's it.
And what's your goal? What do you want to do?
Then, this is where it all started. This is the house where police got that original call for a report that someone had been shot. You can see. What we have is this officer is alive. We are told he was in what they're calling stable condition.
We miss seeing you. Fortunately, technology lets us do what COVID does not. We may not be in the ballroom tonight, but that's not going to stop us. Post those selfies and videos. Share the night and join us virtually at our social media party. Post virtual Emmy Gala pictures and messages, or dedicate your nomination or win to family, friends, or someone special. Join us on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel to see more outstanding full-length content from our winners. And if you're an Emmy recipient or nominee, or know someone who has received this special recognition, post your messages to Twitter or Instagram using the hashtag EmmyMidAm. To all our nominees and winners, congratulations.
A big congratulations to all of tonight's Emmy nominees and winners. Now let's move from the southernmost tip of our chapter all the way up to the most northern markets.
Thanks, Adria, and hello everyone. I'm Jim Needleman, evening news anchor here at WHPF TV in the Quad Cities, the only place on earth where 4 equals 5. That's because there are 5 Quad Cities. I know you were told there would be no math. Well, I'm coming to you from downtown Rock Island, Illinois, overlooking the magnificent Mississippi River, and Davenport, Iowa, on the other side of the Centennial Bridge. A great place to live and work. I call it a hidden jewel in the Midwest. Well, I know from volunteering to judge Emmy entries from other regions that each entry is judged on 3 criteria: content, creativity, and execution. Entries with high marks across the board get nominated, and the one with the highest score gets to take home the coveted Emmy statue. Well, it is my pleasure now to begin the next group of categories with the nominees in musical composition or arrangement.
Ben Kaplan, Ran Prescience, Aligned Media. Brent Johnson, Original Music Composite, Cool Fire Studios. Mark Bartels, Square One Brewery, Craft, 90 Degrees West. And the Emmy goes to Brent Johnson, Original Music Composite, Cool Fire Studios.
What makes for a great vacation depends on who you ask. Are you looking to get away or bring everyone together? Do you want to get outside and play or see a play at the plate?
Our next nominees are for graphic arts, motion graphics, and visual effects. Richard Wazowski, Renee or Not, 2021 Olympics, KSDK. Chuck Meir, Heart of the Storm, KNWA, KFTA. Patrick Vaughn and Kevin Johnson, That's My MO, for OBT Agency and the Missouri Board of Tourism, Cool Fire Studios. Tyler McKee, motion graphics for St. Luke's, St. Luke's. And the Emmy goes to Patrick Vaughn and Kevin Johnson, That's My MO, for OBP Agency and the Missouri Board of Tourism, Cool Fire Studios.
Do you want to feed your soul or stuff your face? Fortunately, however you operate, I've got you covered. The name's Missouri, but you can call me Mo. And I have just one question. What's your MO?
Our mission statement makes clear Emmy people are television's gold standard, and we are dedicated to advancing careers and promoting educational opportunities for the next generation. So I'm delighted to announce the first of 4 2021 Mid-America Walter Cronkite Scholarship recipients. William Weimer just graduated in the top 10 from my alma mater, Hillcrest High School, also here in Springfield. William is headed for the University of Missouri's legendary School of Journalism, and his impressive broadcast honors include national recognition from NSPA for Feature of the Year and Podcast for Bay 11. William was also news director for the nationally known HTV Magazine, which earned an unprecedented 15th Broadcast Tastemaker Award and was the first place newscast in Mid-America Chapter's Student Production Award. He was a Hillcrest Student Council cabinet member twice, yearbook designer, selected for the National Honor Society, and revived his school's literary magazine, The Sting. Well done, William. Congratulations to you from Natus Mid-America.
And And now the nominees for live special event coverage. Plaza Lighting Ceremony, KMBC. Super Bowl 55 Send-Off Special, Kansas City Chiefs. Green Sky Bluegrass, Casual Wednesday, 201 Productions, LLC. And the Emmy goes to Green Sky Bluegrass, Casual Wednesday, 201 Productions, LLC.
Started fleeing comfort for something closer to the edge of Wednesday.
This next category is for a magazine program. Our nominees are Living St. Louis, 9 PBS. Spotlight, March 7, 2021, HEC TV. Spotlight, September 13th, 2020, HEC TV. And the Emmy goes to Spotlight, March 7, 2021, HEC TV.
It was very important for me, especially as a black man, in this position, in this role, that I do it to the best of my ability.
Which he practices daily.
My father, unfortunately, I lost when I was 4 years old because he was the biggest drug dealer in North St. Louis, and he got killed over that. My mother, unfortunately, was in and out of my life because she was battling with drug addiction.
Neighborhoods.
We live right next door to a vacant building. Junkies, drug addicts, and crackheads are living in there.
Now the nominees for an informational instructional program, short-form content. 5 vegetables to start growing, beginner's guide, Kansas City PBS. Blueberries Clubhouse, exploring helium, hydrogen, and nitrogen, Arkansas PBS. Ed versus Cameo, Cool Fire. And the Emmy goes to Blueberries Clubhouse, exploring helium, hydrogen, and nitrogen, Arkansas PBS.
Hi everybody, I'm Blueberry, and this is my clubhouse.
Helium. So we're gonna see what would happen if we made hydrogen our gas of choice for balloon, form of the gas nitrogen. Inside of here, I have a little bit of hot water. I'm gonna pour that out.
I now have the honor of presenting the Emmy for an informational program, long-form content. The nominees are Better Homes and Gardens Ultimate Cookie Exchange, KMOV. Project Tornado 2021, WSIL. Runs and Data, The Science of Illinois Baseball, University of Illinois Campus Programming. Blueberries Clubhouse, Blueberries End of Summer Jamboree, Arkansas PBS. And the Emmy goes to Blueberries Clubhouse, Blueberries End of Summer Jamboree, Arkansas PBS.
You can be, so take a look around. Let's learn and play and see. Blueberries Clubhouse, Blueberries Clubhouse. Join us in the clubhouse where everyone has a view of all the wonderful things.
You take 2 spoons, turn them opposite ways from each other, take your big finger, put it right in the middle, leave just a little bit of a gap, and then you could roll down your fingers.
Congratulations to everyone taking home a golden statue tonight. Now I'll hand it off to my colleague Robin Jackson in Branson, Missouri.
Thanks, Jim, and greetings from Branson and Silver Dollar City, where it's Harvest Festival time and more than 15,000 pumpkins have taken over the city. I'm Robin Jackson, Creative Director of Jackson Appleton Productions. I serve as a governor of the Mid-America chapter, and when asked, I judge entries from other chapters. Judging is an amazing professional development opportunity, and I hope you'll take advantage and judge as well. Now, here in Branson, we get super excited to host the Emmys every few years, but we want to invite you to come back before then. Just around the corner is an Ozark Mountain Christmas, a celebration so big we actually start it on November 1st. Now, before they start hanging the Christmas lights all around me, it is my pleasure to introduce the next group of categories, starting with Investigative Report Single Story.
I-Team investigates DaVita patient files dumped, KSDK. Saving NOAA Weather Radio, WCIA. Working for You, Serve and Protected, KARK. And the Emmy goes to I-Team investigates DaVita patient files dumped, KSDK.
Behind this building, amid the trash, dirty needles, and discarded furniture,
You never know what you're going to see.
urban explorer Gary Fiorino came across something that didn't fit.
Found names, social security numbers, addresses, lab reports, entire medical history.
Present what's called a plan of correction. There were people violated, and DaVita needs to answer.
Next, the nominations for an investigative report series. KMBC 9 investigates KHP harassment claims, KMBC. Paying back unemployment, KMOV. Digging in the dark, a detective's haunting past, KCTV. FBI investigates Kia dealership, KSHB. And the Emmy goes to Paying Back Unemployment, KMOV.
She applied for unemployment, was accepted, and started getting payments, money she and her son couldn't live without.
My car, taking my baby.
Then hold the individual accountable is completely unfair.
To figure out if this was a bigger problem, News 4 Investigates requested and then analyzed raw data. We dug a little deeper, and of other states that reported, it appears Missouri lost more money to overpayments than Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, even New York.
You're in a elite group of people now.
Wow.
For viewers at home, Sean is just learning of this prestigious award right now. He's getting one of the largest and significant awards that there is. 25 years experience given to you for your work, obviously, in Central Illinois, his dedication to the community, and Doug Wolf actually nominated you, and so he's here to give you the award.
And Sean, here is your award. Thank you for all the work you do.
That's a fancy award.
Thank you for all the work you do for WAND and for the community of Decatur here. You deserve it.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you to all my friends. And to those who've been watching, thank you so much. Oh, my gosh. We are so proud of you, and let's take a look back at Sean's 25 years. Oh, no.
WAND, we're drawing new legislation. Well, tonight, Good evening. Center 17. We'll let you know tonight.
Thanks for being here tonight. WAND TV. A lot of years. Congratulations. And you know what? You know, I've spent a lot of them with you. Yeah, oh, of course. And normally the award would be given out at a big award ceremony at the Emmys, but because of COVID-19, of course, everything, we had to do it this way. But our station wanted your family to be a part of this huge celebration. So we're bringing them to you live from your own living room. Are you guys we're serious over here. right now? There you are, right there. Oh, my gosh. Is this Say like hi. the Olympics? Yes. Hi, guys. I love you. You're incredible. Thank you for all your support. 25 years in the news, you never know where it's going to take you, but you've always been by my side. And hello, Princeton. I know. You're so proud of your grandson. I love him. I love him It's been all. a wonderful ride, I'm sure. Thank you so much, everybody. Oh, that just made my day.
And now the nominees in the evening newscast category, markets 100 plus. January 8th, 2021, 10 p.m. newscast, KHBS, KHOG. ABC 17 News at 10, Weather Alert Day, KMIZ. KWQC, Brizia Terrell found, KWQC. And the Emmy goes to KWQC, Brizia Terrell found. KWQC.
An autopsy on the remains was conducted by the Division of Criminal Investigation, and we have received confirmation that the remains are those of Brizia Terrell. Our deepest sympathies and heartfelt prayers are with all of those who are affected by this tragic loss.
Now to the craft category of program host moderator. Here are the nominees: Edward Herman, Ed's Favorite Things, Cool Fire. Edward Herman, Ed V Quarantine, Cool Fire. Edward Herman, Ed V Snacks, Cool Fire. And the Emmy goes to, who else? Edward Herman, Ed V Snacks, Cool Fire.
It is time to raise your snack game, and I'm just the guy that's gonna get you there. Folks, it's snack time. I look at this, it's like peanuts are dead to me. And while I'm talking about nuts, there's the forgotten nut, the walnut. You don't see them really anymore. Did you ever, when you were young, you go to your aunt's house, she'd have a big bowl of walnuts, little nutcracker next to it. You'd pick up a nut and try to crack it.
Now the nominee for an arts or entertainment news story. Local dentist strikes a chord. WPSD. Portrait perfect. Healing grief through art. WAND. COVID crooner. KSDK. One tank trips. KSHB. Super Bowl to Super Summer. The Chiefs off-season online. WDAF. And the Emmy goes to Local Dentist Strikes a Chord, WPSD.
The name on the outside of the building says Robert G. Fitch.
Ready to get this over with? Sure, let's do it.
But everyone inside knows him as Dr. Robbie.
I know you don't like me. It's gonna be a rock machine.
First, he started playing them.
And then this one is an acoustic.
Now he's making them.
One thing you gotta do is
custom vintage style guitars.
This is a new one I'm working on.
And this is the one that started it all.
This is number one.
For excellence in arts or entertainment, short-form content up to 10 minutes, our nominees are Hurly Burly from KC performs, Kansas City PBS. Classical BTS, Nomen Zolzea, WILL. Ding Dong Merrily on High, U.S. Air Force Band, Mid-America, Cool Fire Studios. Mary Did You Know, Cool Fire Studios. Unprecedented Times Productions, Blend Studio. Shenandoah Somewhere Over the Rainbow performances, Raindrop Creative. Quarantined, Aligned Media, Leverage Dance Theater, Sky Pie. And the Emmy goes to Quarantined, Aligned Media, Leverage Dance Theater, Sky Pie.
Congratulations. And now let's send it to Andres Gutierrez in Kansas City, Missouri.
Thanks, Robin. Hello, everyone from Kansas City. We're at the Kauffman Center for the Performing Arts. This majestic building has been part of our skyline for 10 years now on this night lit red for the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm Andres Gutierrez with KSHB 41 News. I volunteer several times a year to judge Emmy entries for chapters from around the country. I find that giving a little bit of my time to judge these entries allows me to see some of the great work and allows me to hone my craft. Speaking of great work, let's take a look at some of the nominations for arts or entertainment long-form content.
Our nominees are A Christmas Carol, Kansas City PBS. The Doodads, There Will Be Rock, Mile Deep Films and Television LLC. Arts United, STL, Switch. The Pageant Live Stream Series, 201 Productions LLC. Green Sky Bluegrass, The Leap Year Sessions, 201 Productions, LLC. Park University's Stanislav and Friends, Toto TV Media. 2 nominated entries are being recognized for excellence in this category. The Doodads, There Will Be Rock, Mile Deep Films and Television, LLC.
Well, all my friends are gonna spend the night. Her mama's got the popcorn popping up right.
And the second Emmy goes to Arts United STL, Switch.
You know I hate to see.
Our next category is for documentary historical, and the nominees are Brothers in Arms, Beyond the Call, Stout-Hearted, George Stout and Guardians of Art, New Mile Media Arts, House of Thunder, HEC TV, Freedom Suits, Cool Fire, Chronicle, Pioneers, Patriots, Trailblazers, KMBC, Bird, Not Out of Nowhere, Kansas City, PBS, Indians, Outlaws, Marshals, and the Hangin' Judge, University of Arkansas. And the Emmy goes to House of Thunder, HEC TV.
Is trying to fill in the rest of the blanks, looking for clues buried in ancient documents written in 3 languages, hidden on 2 continents.
It's a completely different set of stories that are just fascinating and that we're still learning about. Pinky in the ear.
This next category recognizes excellence in a cultural documentary. The nominees are America's Last Little Italy, The Hill, Callio Productions, 6 Streets, Kansas City, PBS. Breakdown, The Frontline Response to the Mental Health Crisis, KSLA. Rap Squad, Arkansas, PBS. And the Emmy goes to Rap Squad, Arkansas, PBS.
Man, I'm so tired of
there ain't no stress in my life, is a blessing. Shut off the block, I was juggling finessing. Man, shout out to grandma, she dead and she resting. The people that doubted me now second guessing. I was a youngin', what's called a lane. Played a lot of games, so life was a game. Introduced to the struggle, now things ain't the same. I was a youngin' who wanted the fame. Tired of the struggling and I'm tired of the hustling. Physically, I am strong, but mentally, I am troubled. Pain.
We miss seeing you. Fortunately, technology lets us do what COVID does not. We may not be in the ballroom tonight, but that's not going to stop us. Post those selfies and videos. Share the night and join us virtually at our social media party. Post virtual Emmy Gala pictures and messages, or dedicate your nomination or win to family, friends, or someone special. Join us on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel to see more outstanding, full-length content from our winners. And if you're an Emmy recipient or nominee, or know someone who has received this special recognition, post your messages to Twitter or Instagram using the hashtag EmmyMidAm. To all our nominees and winners, congratulations.
Wisdom reminds us that when we remember them, we can see their faces and hear their voices. We pause now to honor those we lost this year. And now the Emmy for Weekend Newscast, All Markets. We had one nomination, and the Emmy goes to Remembering Lou Brock. KSDK.
This is 5 on Your Side at 10. The loss of a legend.
You know, Lou was a class act both on and off the field.
Cardinals Hall of Famer Lou Brock dies. You'll hear from Ozzie and Whitey about the baseball hero that spanned generations and will be celebrated for years to come.
Piece of one of the greatest trades in baseball history. Coming to the Cardinals from the Cubs in June of 1964 for pitcher Ernie Broglio.
And now for the Emmy in Morning Newscast Markets 50 plus. Our nominees are KATV, KSLA, Snow and Bitter Cold Cripple the Ozarks, KY3, KSPR. Driver rescued in sub-zero temperatures, KYTV. And the Emmy goes to Driver rescued in sub-zero temperatures, KYTV.
KY3 News continues.
Crews in the Ozarks are still working to get residential areas cleared out. Raquel Harrington is joining us.
They got the call of that vehicle being stuck right over here. This is just all the more reason why they are urging people to just be careful, be mindful when you are out driving. Now, what we do know is that this water is about a foot and a half deep. The officer that I spoke with said when he drove through it to try to assist the vehicle that was there, he said it was pretty high up on his tires.
Our next award is for News Photographer. The nominees are Chase Lucas, KSHB, Whitney Blake Tyler, A Complicated Time, KMBC, Randy Schwenker, KSDK. And the Emmy goes to Randy Schwenker, KSDK.
Lessons learned.
She got shot by a nail gun.
One thing they didn't count on.
Beautifully done, and I love this and how he spent his time. The encouraging words, and to a 10-year-old,
yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Randy Schwenker, 5 on Your Side.
I'm PJ Randhawa, investigative reporter with KSDK in St. Louis, Missouri, and governor on the Natus Mid-America Emmy Board. As a chapter, we are dedicated to advancing careers and promoting educational opportunities for the next generation. It's my pleasure to announce one of the 4 2021 Walter Cronkite Scholarship recipients. Congratulations to Samantha Lewandowski. Samantha graduated from Harbor High School in Springdale, Arkansas with highest honors. There, she was heavily involved in her school's film and news program, receiving numerous awards, including the National Student Pillar of Excellence, a 2-time Digital Cinema State Champion for Skills USA, first place in the National Student Television Network competition, and Best Cinematographer for the Arkansas Scholastic Press Association. We wish you all the best, Samantha. Congratulations.
Congratulations to all the Emmy winners tonight. Now let's go to Springfield, Missouri, and Ashley Reynolds.
Thanks, Andres. Hello from the historic Galois Theater in downtown Springfield. It opened in 1926 on Route 66. I'm Ashley Reynolds, consumer reporter for KY3 KSPR in Springfield, Missouri, and a former Mid-America Walter Cronkite Scholarship recipient. Contributions from people like you help support the thousands of dollars in scholarships our chapter gives out each year. If you'd like to make a tax-deductible donation to our scholarship fund, please join our 5x500 campaign or reach out to a member of the Board of Governors. And now, let's see who our next award goes to for photographer short or long-form content.
The nominees are Chris Ryan, The People of John Bowes, Once Films, Scott Smith, Aligned Media, and the Emmy goes to Scott Smith, Aligned Media.
I think the last 5 years have allowed me to settle personally, spiritually, my art. What's going to happen, I believe, is that it's going to de-escalate.
Here are the nominees for the category of audio, live, or post-production. Brent Johnson, Cool Fire Studios. Ty Murphy, Kansas City Symphony 2 Music Cuts Celebration. Smash Pop Creative. And the Emmy goes to Ty Murphy, Kansas City Symphony 2 Music Cuts Celebration. Smash Pop Creative.
Moving on to Excellence in Directing, live or recorded live. The nominees are Jane Ballou, live from the Sheldon with Marquis Knox, HEC TV. Mike Pyle, St. Louis Blues pregame, Bally Sports Midwest. Trey Kerr, Green Sky Bluegrass Casual Wednesday, 201 Productions, LLC. And the Emmy goes to Trey Kerr, Green Sky Bluegrass Casual Wednesday, 201 Productions, LLC.
Thought that I could never be
On Mondays and Tuesdays, I want you to remember, Wednesday, Casual Wednesday can be in your heart. Be happy.
Now the Emmy for Director, Short Form, or Long Form Content. The nominees are Scott Smith, Rand, Prescience, Aligned Media, Edward Herman, Ed's Favorite Things, Cool Fire, Joseph Paleo, America's Last Little Italy, The Hill, Kaleo Productions, Lori Dowd, Blake's Story, Storytrack, Jeremy Correa, 3 Lawyers Eating Sandwiches to Go, Max Local Eats, Cool Fire, Trey Kerr, Green Sky Bluegrass, The Leap Year Sessions, 201 Productions LLC, Daniel Castro, Quarantine, Aligned Media, Leverage Dance Theater, Sky Pie, Edward Herman, Ed V. Snacks, Cool Fire, Mark Wickersham, We Are All United, Once Films, Larry Foley, Indians, Outlaws, Marshals, and the Hangin' Judge, University of Arkansas. And the Emmy goes to Larry Foley, Indians, Outlaws, Marshals, and the Hangin' Judge, University of Arkansas.
No chance to appeal his stern verdicts. Desperados called Isaac C. Parker the hanging judge, and the jail where he confined prisoners, hell on the border, felons to the gallows. Fort Smith became the capital punishment center of the universe. Our story begins on September 1st, 1896, at the close of a violent era.
And now the nominations for Community Service. Courtney Pledger, Ed Leon, and Sanji Kumpuris, Arkansas PBS. Ernie Paulson, Victory Over Violence, KARK and KLRT. Sheree Honeycutt, Thursday's Child, WDAF. And the Emmy goes to Courtney Pledger, Ed Leon, and Sanji Kumpuris, Arkansas PBS.
But that's the problem, Blueberry, because we are still inside. I want to race in Monte Carlo. Or duel the pirates of the Tuscaloosa. Arr, matey.
Next up, the nominees for Crime News Story. The Mystery of Middle Creek, WDAF. Misconduct Behind Bars, WAND. A Killer's Confession, KMOV. Why does he get to walk away? KSLA. There is more than one nominated entry being recognized for excellence. First, The Mystery of Middle Creek, WDAF.
For flirting with white girls, he was tortured, his body hidden. A 2008 federal civil rights investigation did too. Enter a U.S. attorney who, when he learned of the cold case last year, felt a calling, joining with the FBI to launch a second federal hate crimes investigation.
I take it this is kind of personal for you now.
It is very personal. And I also have 5 children of my own that kind of bookend the age of the victim in this case, and I can only imagine.
And the second Emmy goes to Why Does He Get to Walk Away? KSLA.
The Caddo Parish District Attorney's Office is doing little to prosecute Hearn. In fact, since indicting the 66-year-old man for vehicular homicide, court records show prosecutors agreed to postpone the case for arguments and hearings 14 times.
Congratulations, everyone. Well done. Here's my colleague Todd Faulkner to present the next group of categories.
Thanks, Ashley. I'm Todd Faulkner from WPST Local 6 in Paducah. Each year, the Board of Governors of the Mid-America Emmy chapter revises the Emmy call for entries, bringing it up to date to honor the kind of work we're doing today. So the work we submit for Emmy consideration is always being judged against very modern work standards. And now, the nominees in Politics or Government News Story are...
Election 2020, Testing the USPS, KSHB. KMBC 9 investigates, Kansas unemployment, KMBC. Stimulating a small town airport, KMOV. Jackson County tax mess, KCTV. Out of order, judge facing questions, KSLA. We have 2 nominations receiving an Emmy tonight. KMBC 9 investigates, Kansas unemployment, KMBC.
Atari video games debuted in the 1970s. So did the same computer system the Kansas Department of Labor is still using today.
We need help now.
But Allison Needleman is done playing games. She's tried to call the Labor Department for months.
I'm just trying to get to be able to talk to somebody.
And the second Emmy goes to Stimulating a Small Town Airport, KMOV.
Space south of the airport, you can exit off to the east.
Just off Interstate 55, 2 hours south of St. Louis, you find the tiny Cape Girardeau Regional Airport.
Traffic on final for 2-8.
On Tuesday, this United Express flight from Chicago O'Hare was the only commercial flight to land here.
I'm not sure what the formula was, how they did that.
Turns out the formula is flawed, if you talk to one aviation expert.
Next in the category of Politics or Government for long-form content, our nominees are Presidential Libraries, Museums, and More, 21521 KPLR. Into the Zone, Kansas City PBS. Presidential Libraries, Museums, and More, 73020 KPLR. Justice Deferred, Kansas City PBS. 2 nominated entries are being recognized for excellence in this category. Presidential Libraries, Museums, and More, 73020 KPLR.
Welcome to Presidential Libraries, Museums, and More. I'm your host, Patrick Clark.
Very, very sick man.
In Philadelphia, thousands died after a parade helped spread the disease. But in St. Louis, Health Director Max C. Starkloff shut down the city.
And the second Emmy goes to Justice Deferred, Kansas City PBS.
Of them felt comfortable serving on a jury.
That's Charles, and he's one of 12 people who received an official jury summons to join us on this video call to better understand what you think. We had no say on who was chosen. These citizens were picked just like a regular jury with the help of the Johnson County District Court and the Johnson County Bar Association.
I would definitely want temperature check of people coming in the courthouse.
This half hour, we asked, what will it take to restart justice? And what about those who have been charged with crime?
For Journalistic Enterprise, the nominees are Doug Warner, The Good Stuff, KSLA. Stacey Cameron, Investigations and Documentaries, KSLA. Aaron Dietrich, Gridiron Tales, KNOE. Andy Alcock, Enterprise Stories, KSHB. Matt Fleener, Investigations and Documentary, KMBC. PJ Randhawa and Andy Broadway, Investigative Reports, KSDK. And the Emmy goes to Stacey Cameron, Investigations and Documentaries, KSLA.
Is cow country. With more than 2,500 small family ranches,
our average herd size is around 50 to 60 head of cows.
Making a living off raising cattle.
This is a way of life for people.
And here in the Red River Valley, the cash cow,
Louisiana's a cow-calf state,
is the smallest member of the herd.
For video journalist, here are the nominees. Nathan Vickers, Solo Your Role, KCTV. Wade Smith, Lights, Camera, and Exploding Penguins, KTVI. Abby Larico, 5 on Your Side, KSDK. And the Emmy goes to Nathan Vickers, Solo Your Role, KCTV.
A boulder so immovable, early residents decided just to build a city street around it.
Oh, probably would have been about 6, maybe 7 feet higher than what it is now. I mean, that's how much we've built the area up.
That's how Wanda Harker remembers it as a kid.
We tried to dig it up several times, never accomplishing it. The further we dug, the deeper it was.
After decades of resurfacing, it still sticks out of the ground over 2 feet.
It's quite big.
With just enough room to drive around.
Congratulations to our Texarkana reporter and photojournalist, Mr. Fred Gamble, the Mid-America chapter of the National Academy of the Arts and Sciences, the Emmy people, inducted Fred into the prestigious Silver Circle. The distinction honors trailblazers in the television industry who have served their communities for 25 years or more. Fred has held one position in his 48 years in television news, capturing images and interviews to tell stories.
My first job was, I started off, I guess this was my first and my last one, as a shooting news film, not video, but film, 16 millimeter film. Matter of fact, when I got started, I was looking, not too long ago, I was looking into the museum here in Texarkana. And the camera that I learned to shoot film on was in the museum. And I've covered quite a bit in 48 years. I was thinking about it. Every governor from Dolph Briscoe to Greg Abbott, you got Ann Richards in between, as well as George W. Bush, which later became the president. I've been able to cover all of them. And then in the governors of Arkansas, I started with Dale Bumpers, and included in that 10U was Bill Clinton, which also turned out to be one of our presidents, to Asa Hutchinson. So all of those, a lot of, I would say, famous and influential people that I've covered, but still Muhammad Ali stands on the top of the list.
That story right there is 100% Fred Gamble. Getting him in front of that camera was something else. He's that kind of a humble guy. Next on camera.
We miss seeing you. Fortunately, technology lets us do what COVID does not. We may not be in the ballroom tonight, but that's not going to stop us. Post those selfies and videos. Share the night and join us virtually at our social media party. Post virtual Emmy Gala pictures and messages, or dedicate your nomination or win to family, friends, or someone special. Join us on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel to see more outstanding full-length content from our winners. And if you're an Emmy recipient or nominee, or know someone who has received this special recognition, post your messages to Twitter or Instagram using the hashtag EmmyMidAm. To all our nominees and winners, congratulations.
Next is our nomination for news promotion, single spot. We had one nomination, and the Emmy goes to the I-70 Killer, KMOV.
The I-70 Killer. 6 murders in 30 days across Kansas, Missouri, and Indiana. What clues lie in thousands of case files, and how one piece of evidence could solve the mystery.
We're not going to give up on this case.
News 4 investigates, Monday at 10, watching out for you.
In the category of news promotion, campaign, or image, here are the nominees. Tom Brannan Returns, KTHV. Storm Tracker, Between You and the Storm, KAIT. No Hype Zone, Tom Brannan Science, KTHV. Count On, KARK 4, KARK and KLRT. It's Our Honor to Serve You, KSDK. She is Arkansas, KTHV. And the Emmy goes to Tom Brannan Returns, KTHV.
This has been a whirlwind of a year, from the unusual weather to the nasty virus. And like you, I've seen THV11's commitment to provide verified information across every screen. It's great to be back at THV11. I'll see you soon.
Beatles or Stones?
Beatles.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
What's your favorite color?
Yes.
Favorite song?
It's hard. Not yet.
What do you like to do on the weekends?
Nothing.
Congratulations to all of tonight's Emmy nominees and winners. And now on to my colleague, Shirley Washington, in the city where the Mid-America chapter was born.
Thanks, Todd, and greetings from St. Louis. I'm Fox 2 News anchor Shirley Washington in the Fox 2 studio in the Gateway City. I am happy for everyone watching and sharing the excitement of Emmy night. And even though we're virtual this year, I still get a charge out of hearing the nominees announced and finding out where the coveted Emmy is headed next. I encourage you to help make this night possible next year by volunteering to judge entries from other regions. I volunteer time to judge, and I hope you will do the same to make a special night like this possible for chapters across the country. And now, our next group of categories begin with program promotion, single spot. The nominees are
Heart of the Storm, KNWA, KFTA. Journey for Justice, the trial of Kyler Yost, KSHB. Arkansas AMI, Arkansas PBS. And the Emmy goes to Heart of the Storm, KNWA, KFTA.
When severe weather strikes,
Mega Doppler showing strong rotation headed towards Town.
we look into the heart of the storm.
A confirmed tornado warning has been issued for Benton County.
Woo! We've got some intense lightning in North Fayetteville.
And we're getting 60-mile-an-hour winds here in Winslow.
And golf ball size hail reported in Rogers.
4 names you can trust, on air, online, and on mobile. We are the Weather Authority.
Our next category is program promotion, image promotion, or promotional campaign. The nominees are 2021 playoff campaign, Run It Back, Kansas City Chiefs. Hashtag In This Together, KMOV. Turning Uncertain into Extraordinary, University of Illinois System. And the Emmy goes to 2021 playoff campaign, Run It Back, Kansas City Chiefs.
Hell, we welcome. We're those guys. I don't think people. We're watching it all the time. And we ain't backing down from no fight. See, in KC, We're building something strong, something permanent. This right here, this is special. And we're all a part of it. Chiefs Kingdom, let's run it back.
And now the Emmy for Excellence in Public Service announcement, single spot or campaign. Our nominees are Johnson County Mental Health Center Crisis Line, Overflow. The Fog Before Christmas, Spot Content Studio. A Force for Good, Sporting KC. I Wear a Mask, WSIL. We Are All United, Once Films. Blueberries Clubhouse PSA About Masks, Arkansas PBS. Tonight there is more than one nominated entry being recognized for excellence. The Fog Before Christmas, Spot Content Studio.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The children were nestled all snug in their bed, while beneath them a backup came to a head. Was it the ham juice, the gravy, or maybe the cheese? Tough to say, they're all fats, oils, or grease. So remember this holiday and in the new year, your sink's not a trash can, keep your drain clear. Whether you fry it, bake it, mix it, or mash it.
And the second Emmy goes to A Force for Good, Sporting KC.
Hey buddy, don't forget your meds.
For a commercial single spot, the nominees are Complete Cloud 2.0, a 2020 rewind, Tree9 Films. That's My MO for OBP Agency and the Missouri Board of Tourism, Cool Fire Studios. And the Emmy goes to That's My MO for OBP Agency and the Missouri Board of Tourism, Cool Fire Studios.
Do you want to get outside and play? Or see a play at the plate? Do you want to feed your soul or stuff your face? Fortunately, however you operate, I've got you covered. The name's Missouri, but you can call me Mo. And I have just one question. What's your MO?
I'm Anne-Marie Berger, Senior Director of Content at 9 PBS and Awards Chair for the Natus Mid-America Emmy Chapter. As a chapter, we are dedicated to advancing careers and promoting educational opportunities in the Mid-America region for the next generation. I'm happy to announce the next 2021 Mid-America Walter Cronkite Scholarship recipient. Verve Recosar is a senior at College of the Ozarks in Point Lookout, Missouri. She started by making a 24-second film with her little brother using a paper crown and a Lego snake. 11 years later, Verve has made over 30 short films, written dozens of scripts, and has 3 novels in the works. The more she creates, the more she learns, and the more she continues to fall in love with the art of storytelling. Her passion continues to drive her towards her goals, and she's loving every step of the way. Congratulations, Verve.
Throughout tonight's awards, I'm sure you've noticed our special recognition of 4 outstanding young professionals who are also our scholarship recipients. In our continuing purpose and mission as a chapter, we want to extend a hand to more young people in support of their journey. A few years ago, I appealed to our board to initiate a platform that would award contributions based on merit, leadership, and academic excellence. We call it 5 times 500, and every dollar goes into our nonprofit foundation. Our goal is for 500 chapter members to pledge just $5 a month as an investment in the next generation of shining stars in our region. If we all do it, that's $30,000 a year. At my own alma mater, 95% of the student body receives some sort of financial support, a little or a lot. Nobody writes a check for all 4 years of college these days, all at once. And I'm sure we know families deserving of our help. So maybe now more than ever, the promise and the highlights of what these students of today and tomorrow are achieving is worthy of our generosity. Even the smallest scholarship resonates with each and every individual in pursuit of their career and calling. So please join me and the Board of Governors in this campaign. The little things we do together make a world of difference. And we thank you for all you do to make Natus Mid-America the best region ever. Contact Maggie online or sign up to be part of 5x500 through our website. How about Monday? Now, back to our game.
And now the nominees for Commercial Campaign. Don't Stand Still, Joint Replacement Campaign, Mercy Experience Studio, and 90 Degrees West. Brown and Crouppen, Smart and Honest, Cool Fire. Visit Overland Park, hashtag Hey Parents, Blue Coffee Pictures. 2020 Season Promo, Run It Back, Kansas City Chiefs. And the Emmy goes to 2020 Season Promo, Run It Back, Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, you thought this squad was happy with just one ring on their finger? That Showtime would stop breaking the internet once he got a taste of the top? Rent wouldn't be due on Sundays in the fall? Nah, run it back. This is a new generation. They've only got one thing on their mind. Run it back.
Now for the category of branded content, short-form content. The nominees are The People of John Booz, Once Films, A Vaccine for Christmas, Mercy Experience Studio and 90 Degrees West, A Farmer's Journey, Cool Fire Studios, Square One Brewery Craft, 90 Degrees West. Your time is now. FPD CID, City of Fayetteville, FGC. Kingdom Short, presented by GEHA, Kansas City Chiefs. And we have 3 winners in this category. The first Emmy goes to The People of John Booz, Once Films.
I like seeing a product coming from raw wood to the beauty that it is.
We take the best raw materials and we craft it into a better product.
You know it when you see it. That's ours. We know that we built that.
Make some beautiful products, and I get to be the final touch on that.
Our second Emmy is awarded to A Farmer's Journey, Cool Fire Studios.
I started farming with my dad at a young age. He passed away when I was roughly 29, 30 years old. He farmed with his dad also, so getting to be 4th generation. I currently farm here by myself. A lot has changed. You look back at some pictures, you barely recognize the place because it's just all new.
And the third Emmy goes to Kingdom Short, presented by GEHA, Kansas City Chiefs.
It gets you so excited because there are so many stories. When Patrick Mahomes or somebody looks at this ring 25 years from now, we can help them bring that story back to life again.
Congratulations to all of tonight's winners. Now let's send the show to Little Rock.
Thanks, Shirley. Good evening from Little Rock. I'm Kyle Deckelbaum from KATV. In front of the Junction Bridge, a part of the Arkansas River Trail, one of the largest trail systems of its kind in the country. When we cover sports, We know Mid-America Emmys has a number of different ways to honor our work, including 7 different categories for people covering, presenting, or producing sports content. But enough about sports. It's time for the nominations in the next group of categories, beginning with branded content, long form.
The nominees are Weston, A Story of Hope, St. Louis Children's Hospital. Kingdom Short, presented by GEHA, Training Camp, Kansas City Chiefs. And the Emmy goes to Weston, A Story of Hope, St. Louis Children's Hospital.
What it means is that when an immune cell comes in contact with something it's supposed to kill, the first time it does it, but it does it slowly and less effectively. But it establishes a memory that it saw that. And so the next time it sees the thing it's supposed to kill, it does it faster, better, and more efficiently. And that was what was novel about what Dr. Cooper had found.
I, at the time in the lab, was super excited that I had this basic discovery, but...
Here are the nominees for Evening Newscast Markets 50 through 99. THV 11 News at 6, Historic Snowfall, KTHV. WHBF News at 5, Brazier Terrell's Tragic End, WHBF. KARK 10 p.m. News, Protests in the Rock, KARK. KATV News at 5, Storm Laura, KATV. And the Emmy goes to KHV 11 News at 6, Historic Snowfall, KTHV.
Statewide Snow Day kicks off a week of winter weather.
I'm Rolly Hoyt, and we are once again bringing you winter weather team coverage this evening.
If these flurries stick around over the next few hours, take a look at this statistic. We have
dry for me. Now, most businesses were not able to open their doors today, but some did, and they happily welcome customers. From snow plows.
Here are the nominations in the craft category of Sports Anchor. Danny Welniak, Chasing a Championship, KCTV. Mick Schaefer, KSHB. Frank Cusimano, KSDK. Rob Collins, WDAF. And the Emmy goes to Mick Schaefer, KSHB.
It's the greatest of all time. Who's the GOAT? Is Tom Brady the GOAT? Is Patrick Mahomes the GOAT?
Sarah Higgerson is the animal care supervisor at Deanna Rose Children's Farmstead.
I'm just going to call you the GOAT lady. Is that fine?
That's fine.
She was made for this story.
Scarlett, Rolanda, Hannah.
How many goats are in here?
We have 35 goats in the barn at the moment.
It sounds like there's 3,500 goats in this farm.
Yeah.
Are goats the greatest of all time animals?
And now the Emmy nominations for Sports Story News. In a masked-up world, deaf cheerleader doesn't miss a beat, KATV. Perfect Chemistry, KCTV. Lesson in Sportsmanship, KSDK. Matchup Made in Heaven, KTVI. The WBA and Life Before the WNBA, KSHB. Superfan celebrated statewide, KARK. And the Emmy goes to Lesson in Sportsmanship, KSDK.
Sometimes back roads can take you back to what's important.
Had a girl. Good.
Her students say setting the offense is not as important to her as setting an example.
Good. Way to communicate, Maddie Hall.
I love to win just as much as anybody else, sometimes a little too much.
Let's go. Don't forget.
Louisiana started the game with 7, 5 starters, 2 on the bench. But that changed after illness, injuries, and foul trouble.
Once the third quarter started, it just all went downhill.
And now the Emmy for Sports Story short form. Our nominees are Kingdom Short, AFC Championship, Kansas City Chiefs. Columbia Saints Baseball Heaven, HEC TV. Story Behind 5 Stars, KARK. And the Emmy goes to Columbia Saints Baseball Heaven, HEC TV.
One name stuck from the beginning. The ball club that gets to call this field home was and still is the Saints.
Starting all over again.
There you go, nice job.
Compared to every sport out there, I think there's no other feeling like baseball when you strike someone out or when you hit that perfect pitch and you hit it in the gap and you run around the bases. The crack of the bat, you know, throwing a guy out from right field.
Here are the nominees for a live sports program. Blues Live Program 2021 opening night, Valley Sports Midwest. Royals pregame, Gordon's Last Game, Valley Sports, Kansas City. And the Emmy goes to Blues Live pregame 2021 opening night, Valley Sports Midwest.
After the bubble burst on the St. Louis Blues bid for a second straight Stanley Cup, they enter a 2021 season that will be anything but normal. Empty arenas, familiar faces gone, and divisions without traditional rivals. And the Blues might just have the right mix of old and new to make that happen in 2021.
I think there's a surprise of something in my ear, a surprise of something happening.
Really?
Hi. Well, here's the surprise. Look who's here.
Oh, what a wonderful surprise.
Well, you know what? You're not here just to talk about woolly worms and just to talk about Studio B.
Really?
I have a special guest who wants to come say hi.
Oh,
John Paul, everyone, another WCIA legend.
It's good to see you. Oh,
like
wow.
Carol, huh? All right, John has something to say.
I'm here kind of in an unofficial, official capacity as a former Board of Governors member for the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences. And of course, that's the group that presents Emmy Awards. And as you know, Emmys are known for excellence in television, and so is Judy Fraser, known for excellence in television. So today, we are inducting you into the Silver Circle of the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences. For 25 plus years of dedication and service to Central Illinois television.
Oh my goodness.
Judy, not only doing weather, we're used to seeing you do severe weather, cold weather, woolly worms. We've heard you shout at the sky. What's that? What do you shout at the sky? For how many years did you do telethons?
Telethons, probably 25 years or so.
Well, and when you started, I think in 1976,
right,
there was a guy here named Mr. Roberts. He didn't have a first name. Then you followed him, and you didn't have a last name. You were just Judy. And you've always been just Judy, right? And I think to most viewers, you are still just Judy. And I will tell you, in the history of this station, there are only two people that have been inducted into the Silver Circle. The first one's the same guy who hired you and me, Paul Davis.
Paul Davis.
Who was inducted not only for his time here, but his time at WGN in Chicago. The other's another guy you and I loved, and Jennifer, Dave Shaw.
Oh my God.
So now Judy Fraser joins this distinguished list. So Judy,
I'm speechless,
congratulations.
and that's not usually me. They're always wrapping me up because I'm talking to them.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, this is such an honor. I mean,
and we know you've got a little more than 25 years in television.
36, 35.
34 here.
Right.
But, you know, all together, probably, oh gosh, I hope it's
Don't
50.
tell me. We don't talk about age and things like that. But Judy, it's an honor. And by the way, I nominated you for this honor.
Of course you
There was
should.
not a vote. It was a unanimous election.
Well, I can't believe this.
You know what else? You know what else is a no-brainer?
What's that?
That perhaps you should also be inducted into the Silver Circle.
Well, hey.
This is a double John Paul, for all of your work coming to Channel 3 as a reporter, moving to anchor, moving to executive producer, assistant news director, and news director, you, my friend, have also had an incredible impact in television in Central
Well, I
Illinois.
remember a little intern, college student.
We're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about you guys.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay, well, we've
a terrific
We've
honor.
got more surprises. We're over here. We'll be right back.
We miss seeing you. Fortunately, technology lets us do what COVID does not. We may not be in the ballroom tonight, but that's not going to stop us. Post those selfies and videos. Share the night and join us virtually at our social media party. Post virtual Emmy Gala pictures and messages, or dedicate your nomination or win to family, friends, or someone special. Join us on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel to see more outstanding, full-length content from our winners. And if you're an Emmy recipient or nominee, or know someone who has received this special recognition, post your messages to Twitter or Instagram using the hashtag EmmyMidAm. To all our nominees and winners, congratulations.
Congratulations, everyone. Now we're heading back to St. Louis, where we'll be next year for the 46th Regional Emmy Awards.
Thanks, Kyle, and greetings from St. Louis. I'm PJ Randawa, an investigative reporter for 5 on Your Side KSDK and a chapter governor. There are some new terms this year when it comes to Emmy categories, from news single shift to long-form content. We've made changes in the entry language that better reflect the work that all of us do. And now it's a pleasure to present the nominees for Sports Program, post-produced or edited.
Hy-Vee Chiefs Insider. Prepare for Super Bowl 55, Kansas City Chiefs. Cardinals Countdown, Top 25 Regular Season Moments 2010. Bally Sports Midwest. Relive the Championship, KSHB. And the Emmy goes to Hy-Vee Chiefs Insider. Prepare for Super Bowl 55, Kansas City Chiefs.
Now, all that stands between us and running it back is some guy named Tom Brady and his new squad. And we've got to beat them in their house again. Well, we've got some guys too, and we like our chances. It all comes down to this, KC. Let's make a legacy of our own.
Our next category is Sports One-Time Special. Here are the nominees. Kingdom Short, The Legion of Zoom, Kansas City Chiefs. Remembering Gibby, Bally Sports Midwest. Remembering Lou, Bally Sports Midwest. Museo Awards 15th Anniversary, KSDK. Cardinals Insider presents Home, The Molina Story, St. Louis Cardinals. And the Emmy goes to Kingdom Short, The Legion of Zoom, Kansas City Chiefs.
It does something to you, like, oh, I want the next one. And then once you get one more, it's like, oh, I want some more.
It's a Sammy Watkins Palooza!
The Rock saying Legion of Zoom, which just topped off the whole weekend for me.
And the Chiefs Kingdom has firmly planted its flag on top of football's highest.
I don't know anyone that's been to the Super Bowl. And to be there for the first time, they've been there in 50 years.
Our next category is for Promotion Sports. Our nominees are Chiefs versus Raiders, a new chapter, Kansas City Chiefs. Arkansas Sports, home of high school state finals, Arkansas PBS. St. Louis City SC, Purina Cannonball, here comes the home team, 90 degrees west. KSHB 41, home of the Chiefs, the champs are back, KSHB. And the Emmy goes to St. Louis City SC Purina Cannonball, here comes the home team, 90 degrees west.
This is a whole new breed of partnership.
Introducing our inaugural jersey sponsor, a global leader, born in St. Louis. This is For Real. Bringing new friends and best friends.
Now on to the Emmys for Sportscast. Our nominees are Drive to 55, live from Tampa Bay, KCTV. Sportscast, 10 p.m., 2/23/21, KSHB. And the Emmy goes to Sportscast, 10 p.m., 2/23/21, KSHB.
K-State, Mizzou all playing at the same time. Who do you start with? KU, the traditional power. K-State off their first win in weeks. Mizzou with an upstart season. I don't want your emails, so let's just do them all at the same time. That's sports is the mega highlights. Back to this.
The next category is religion, news story. 99 Days of Heaven, KSLA. COVID and religion, a test of faith, KSDK. Restoring a Ringer, KCTV. And the Emmy goes to 99 Days of Heaven, KSLA.
53-year-old Terry Robertson, a father of 4, diagnosed with COVID, who spent 99 days in Willis Knighton's critical care unit, most of those on a machine designed to help him breathe and live. After almost 100 days in the hospital, Terry Robertson, the man who's released from the hospital, was celebrated on the news.
Bye, Terry. Bye, y'all. It's been wonderful that I've been able to make it through this.
The next category is religion short-form content. Our nominees are God and Community at the County Fair, Spot Content Studio, One-on-One with Pastor John Lindell, KY3 KSPR. And the Emmy goes to God and Community at the County Fair, Spot Content Studio.
She wasn't not crying because she didn't care. She was not crying because she wanted to be tough for her mother, and I think that probably got me as choked up as anything.
And then as soon as I got out of the ring, I just started crying because I was just like so overwhelmed.
It makes me think that I live in a very strong community that will help others in need.
To see everyone kick in when maybe they weren't even doing well themselves, that means a lot.
All these people helped Lorena.
Congratulations. Now we go to my fellow Mid-America Emmy Governor, John Holt in Kansas City.
Hey, thanks, PJ. John Holt, Fox 4 News, anchor, reporter, and rookie member of the NATAS Board of Governors, overlooking beautiful downtown Kansas City. A touch of red tonight as we support our Kansas City Chiefs and look forward to welcoming all of you back to Kansas City one of these days for another in-person gala. Let's face it, those are way more fun, right? You know, as a member of the Board of Governors, I mentioned being a rookie, I'm learning that the more than a dozen TV professionals from around the region work hard, not just to present a night like tonight, but also to support you professionals year-round. So it's my honor and privilege tonight to present the next group of honorees and Emmy Award winners. Let's begin with Public Affairs Program, and the nominees are
A Living St. Louis Special, Kids, Race, and Racism, 9 PBS. Housing and Eviction Series, Kansas City PBS. Unity Through Uncertainty, Springdale District Television. Crisis at Home, Teens, Isolation, and Suicide, KTVI. And the Emmy goes to Crisis at Home, Teens, Isolation, and Suicide, KTVI.
Director of Student Services at Rockwood says the threat of suicide in the Rockwood district is in line with schools nationally, especially during COVID. Dr. Harris says Rockwood has resources, but must do better.
Here's the reality. The resources don't matter if the kids don't know how to access or understand that those resources are available. We listen to kids.
And now the health science category for news. Our nominees are Changing Your DNA, KMOV, Stella Goes Home for the Holidays, KSDK. Voices, KTVI. And the Emmy goes to Changing Your DNA, KMOV.
Discovered soon after birth, without an immune system, even a common cold could have killed her. At barely a few months old, Demi underwent a rare stem cell transplant using donated cord blood with only one possible match from an anonymous donor. And it worked.
Everything has been great. No sickness, no nothing. I'm just very lucky.
Next are the nominations for Health Medical short-form content. St. Francis Foundation, Hope Lives Here, Blue Coffee Pictures. Birthing Battle, How Midwifery Racially Evolved, Kansas City PBS. And the Emmy goes to Birthing Battle, How Midwifery Racially Evolved, Kansas City PBS.
My name is Ginger Breedlove. I'm a nurse midwife who's been in a variety of practices over 40 years. That has included clinical practice for 25 years in a birthing center and hospital environment, about 10 years starting the University of Kansas midwifery education program and teaching. Indigenous midwives still practicing around the country, many underground, many illegal, some legal.
And now the Emmy for a historical cultural news story. The nominees are All Hell Broke Loose, Black Wall Street, KLRT. World War II German POWs in Kansas, KMBC. Sentimental Value, KCTV. Forgotten Left-Handed Legend Honored, KOMU. Small Town Hero, Big League Lesson, John Donaldson, KSHB. And the Emmy goes to All Hell Broke Loose, Black Wall Street, KLRT.
Tulsa, Oklahoma, a city diverse in its people and culture, fueled by a complicated past, some of which involves the historic Greenwood District, better known as Black Wall Street, a community of prominence and wealth for Black people in the early 1900s.
After the massacre, the people who stayed here rebuilt Greenwood. In fact, in the 1940s, it thrived with well over 200 documented Black businesses.
In Tulsa, Oklahoma, Donna Terrell.
I'm Chad Mahoney, News Director at WGEM in Quincy, Illinois, and Secretary of the Mid-America Chapter of the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences. Our chapter mission bears repeating today. We are the Emmy people, setting the gold standard while celebrating innovation and integrity across all platforms of visual media, dedicated to advancing careers and promoting educational opportunities in Mid-America for the next generation. It is my pleasure to announce the Mid-America Emmy Walter Cronkite Scholarship will be awarded to Avery Reed, a senior at College of the Ozarks in Point Lookout, Missouri, and a student intern right here at WGEM. Avery is majoring in journalism with a minor in social media. She is the anchor, reporter, and the executive producer for the school's weekly video newscast, The Point. Avery wants to be a producer at a local TV station near her hometown of Belleville, Illinois. Her internship is helping to prepare her for that future. We are happy to support students by providing internships here at WGEM. Welcome aboard, Avery, and congratulations to you.
Hello again. The Mid-America Emmy Gala returns to Branson in 2023, but you don't have to wait that long. We have 3 really great Branson prize packages for 3 lucky contributors to our 5x500 campaign. I talked about this earlier. So to be eligible, just sign up at the end of this month, and then we'll do a random drawing in November. Good luck to you, and thank you again for supporting our scholarship fund and recipients.
Next are the nominations for historical cultural short-form content. Our nominees are Living St. Louis, The Switzer Story, 9 PBS. Freedom Suits, Memorial Statue, HEC TV. Shankman St. Louis, St. Louis's Santa Claus, HEC TV. Bass Reeves, Invincible Black Marshal, University of Arkansas. The Harvey Girls, HEC TV. And the Emmy goes to Shankman St. Louis, St. Louis's Santa Claus, HEC TV.
The iconic image of the chubby, merry, grandfatherly Santa we have today was created by an advertising agency based in St. Louis, working for a company based in Atlanta. The agency was Darcy Advertising, and the company was Coca-Cola.
Darcy had the Coke account from 1906 to 1955. Before Darcy came out with this ad, Santa was depicted as a
And now the nominees for Human Interest News. I Love You, Jake, KSLA. Blind Photographer lands Dreamgate, KOLR. Funeral costs covered by family facing similar loss, KOMU. Lifelong Love Story, COVID-19 changed happily ever after, WPSD. Smiles Are Contagious, KTVI. Devion's Path, WDAF. And the Emmy goes to Smiles Are Contagious, KTVI.
But for card attendant Jonathan Hidley, he's yet to hear a Michael Jackson song that he doesn't want to dance to.
I've been a super fan of the King of Pop for about 13 years.
Jonathan puts on a daily show at the Schnucks grocery store in Florissant. On this parking lot, Jonathan is hoping to bring a little bit of hope to shoppers.
You can smile and take your mind off the crisis thing for a while. You know what I mean?
Congratulations. Now, from Kansas City, let's send you back to St. Louis.
Thank you, John. Hi, everyone. I am Lauren Traeger with KMOV News 4 in St. Louis, coming to you from downtown St. Louis with just a beautiful view of the historic old courthouse. Now, a lot of us in news may think of the Emmys as a news award, but as we have seen tonight, there are many categories that go to people for things like commercials, promos, documentaries, sports, and so much more. The Emmy family is a big one, and while the names you hear may not all be in news, all Emmy recipients have two things in common. They are creative and they are successful. And now here are the nominees for Human Interest short form content.
Brand, Prescience, Aligned Media. Blake Story, Story Track. Nurses Week 2020, Stories of Gratitude. St. Luke's. Squibbs Harbor, North Kansas City Schools. And the Emmy goes to Blake Story, Story Track.
But for some reason, along the way, it seemed like I was trying to mess up as many things as I possibly could. I was a BMXer, and so I'm going crazy on my bike. I hurt my ankle.
For Human Interest long-form content, these are the nominees. A Century of Change, Kansas City PBS. Food is Love, Nudo House, My Lee. Dark Horse Cinematics. Keith and Freddie, Arkansas Game and Fish Commission, Arkansas Wildlife TV. Down Country 10th Anniversary Special, WGEM. Food is Love, KFC. Dark Horse Cinematics. Food is Love, The Balkan Treat Box, Dark Horse Cinematics. Food is Love, Egg, Dark Horse Cinematics. And the Emmy goes to A Century of Change, Kansas City PBS.
The Kansas City Monarchs set a standard of excellence for the Negro Leagues. The Monarchs, who had a special relationship with their home community, were looked to as leaders and role models for the urban youth.
Even when the gate receipts weren't great,
during the Depression, the Monarchs were always a solid club. If they weren't going to win the pennant that year, they were in contention.
In 1934, a black all-star team built around the Kansas City Monarch players.
And the nominees in the category Societal Concerns News are Parallels Between 1968 Race Riots, 2020 Demonstrations, KSHB. You're Going to Do What I Say, Troubling Police Videos, KSLA. Project Community, KCPD Disarmed Series, KMBC. Daisy Coleman, A Modern Day Stoning, KCTV. And the Emmy goes to Parallels Between 1968 Race Riots, 2020 Demonstrations, KSHB.
Black males killed by police across the country and here in Kansas City.
Let me listen to you. Let me talk to you.
Well, we're not here with anger. We're here with solutions.
I think Black Lives.
These are the nominees in the special category of Societal Concerns Short-Form Content. Crossline's Winter Warming Center, Midwest Health. A Shared History, HEC TV. Tracy's Story, Story Track. And the Emmy goes to Crossline's Winter Warming Center, Midwest Health.
That people typically been able to go during the winter months were closing down, like the libraries and the community centers had been closing down. We knew that we had space and we wanted to be responsive to the needs of the population that we serve by opening this space as a warming center. The symbolism of this being a former church sanctuary is not lost on us. To know that this place is being a refuge for people from the weather.
And now the nominees for a news special. Christmas in St. Louis, Switch. Lost Innocence, the Tanaja Barnes story, WAND. Race, Listen, Learn, Live, KSDK. Journey for Justice, the trial of Kyler Yost, KSHB. Stronger Together, recognizing essential workers, WPSD. And the Emmy goes to Journey for Justice, the trial of Kyler Yost, KSHB.
The families of two young women connected by tragedy, by a murder case that's made national headlines.
No one has seen or heard from Jessica Runyon in days.
As a community is torn apart, the man charged with the girls' deaths is about to go on trial.
What happened to your face? Did you get burned?
What happened to your face?
Did you kill Jessica?
Did you?
As concerns are raised about the credibility of the case.
And now the category of Evening Newscast, markets 1 through 49. The nominees are Capitol Insurrection Reaction, KSHB. News 4 at 10, KMOV. And the Emmy goes to News 4 at 10, KMOV.
With breaking news.
Live at downtown St. Louis from Powerhouse Sky Zoom 4, this breaking scene unfolding in just the past half hour. Right now, News 4 has team coverage in downtown St. Louis. We have multiple crews on the streets.
People are still gathered out in this particular area, but the 7-Eleven is the building, of course, that is sustaining some pretty heavy smoke damage.
Right now it's being done by a different group than what was out here earlier today. We miss seeing you. Fortunately, technology lets us do what COVID does not. We may not be in the ballroom tonight, but that's not going to stop us. Post those selfies and videos. Share the night and join us virtually at our social media party. Post virtual Emmy Gala pictures and messages, or dedicate your nomination or win to family, friends, or someone special. Join us on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel to see more outstanding full-length content from our winners. And if you're an Emmy recipient or nominee or know someone who has received this special recognition, post your messages to Twitter or Instagram using the hashtag EmmyMidAm. To all our nominees and winners, congratulations.
Congratulations to the winners. Now let's wrap up this incredible evening with my former colleague. She is so wonderful, the inimitable Donna Terrell in Little Rock.
Thank you, Lauren. I'm Donna Terrell, anchor at Fox 16 KLRT in Little Rock. And since Little Rock is Arkansas state capital, what better place to be than right here in front of our beautiful Capitol building? As a double nominee this year, I'm so excited to hear the names of everyone who gets that beautiful golden trophy tonight. And with my fingers crossed, hopefully by now I've heard my own name mentioned in here somewhere. But with that said, it's really important to know that throughout this production, the names of Emmy recipients have been kept secret. Only a tiny group of people responsible for this production had access to that list. So when you hear a name called, it really is a surprise for the people who just found out they're getting an Emmy tonight. And congratulations to each and every one of you. Now, let's find out who else is getting an Emmy. The nominees for news writing are
Kyle Deckelbaum, KATV. Mike Bush, KSDK. Steve Harris, KMOV. And the Emmy goes to Mike Bush, KSDK.
If we counted his waves like we do steps, Louis Claiborne would have worn out about a dozen Fitbits by now.
Have a good evening, Dad. Love you. Have a good evening. How y'all doing, fam? Yeah.
Every day for the last 20 years or so,
Hello, how y'all doing?
Claiborne has stood on the corner of Tower Grove and Vista in St. Louis to offer his own brand of free therapy.
Love you too.
Our next individual craft category is for writing for a program, short form or long form content. And the nominees are Edward Herman, Ed's Favorite Things, Cool Fire. Paul Shankman, HEC TV. Edward Herman, Ed V Quarantine, Cool Fire. Edward Herman, Ed V Snacks, Cool Fire. Two nominees are receiving an Emmy tonight. The first two, Edward Herman, Ed's Favorite Things, Cool Fire.
You think your man is hard to shop for? We are a piece of cake. Watch this. Little known fact about Ed Herman. When I was 19, 20 years old, I spent 2 years working as a mall Santa. I can't tell you how many times I've heard people say, I can't buy my husband a gift, I can't buy my boyfriend a gift, I don't know what to get for my father. Listen, we're men and we're easy. And in the next few minutes, I'm gonna show you the best products that I have found that every guy is gonna love.
And our second Emmy goes to Paul Shankman, HEC TV.
Why are owls so engaging to people?
Owls across human history and across human cultures are always reacted upon by humans. There's something about owls. Part of it is pure anatomy. Owls are the only birds that have eyes like us on the front of their faces.
With darkness falling fast, it was time to bid Charles good morning and Mark good night.
Here are the nominations for Live News Producer. Sierra Lundgren, KMBC. Kara Doyle Wright, KMBC. Kelsey Williamson, Run It Back KC, WDAF. And the Emmy goes to Sierra Lundgren, KMBC.
Right now on KMBC 9 News at 6.
It has been 3 days of unrest in Kansas City, Missouri. More than 150 protesters have been arrested since Friday night. Michael Mahoney's on the ground in Kansas City with protesters. Michael, there's no curfew tonight and 3 Saturday, 63 Sunday. Kansas City police say several of those arrested were legally armed. Christian Church, 46th and Main, and that was
Here are the nominees for News Weathercast. People braving frigid temperatures help others, KSHB. Correcting the record books, KTVI. Reach, throw, row, go, ice water rescue training, KSHB. A year of tornadoes, KMOV. Surviving the storm, KSHB. And the Emmy goes to Correcting the Record Books, KTVI.
For more than a century, it was accepted that 20.4 inches of snow fell on March 30th and 31st of 1890. And for more than a century, that number has remained unquestioned at the top of the list of biggest snows in St. Louis history. But there's a small problem. The official weather logs for the day don't show any snow at all. And the numbers in those articles, they all do have one very important thing in common, and that is
Here are the nominees in the category of News Excellence for this year's Mid-America Emmy Awards. Matthew Wagoner, KSHB. Carol Fowler, KSDK. Dan O'Donnell, KMBC. And the Emmy goes to Matthew Wagoner, KSHB.
How do you even sum it up?
A year that started with celebration
Of who we are.
Life as normal is no longer there.
Yet through it all, the resilience has taken center stage.
We're all trying to do good.
The tough times, though, are no match for our drive.
No justice!
our spirit,
My vote counts.
and our strength.
We grow when we got it.
And finally, the one we've all been waiting for, the nominees for a station's overall excellence during the Emmy eligibility year. Sarah Smith, KMBC, KCWE. Kyle King, KARK and KLRT. Kathleen Cole, KSHB. And the Emmy goes to Kathleen Cole, KSHB.
The number of deaths are also climbing.
This virus is killing people. This virus is taking people's lives. It's taking my family members' lives.
We've overcome a lot.
There is so much resilience in people that we don't often recognize.
All we can do is support one another.
And we still have more to do. We celebrate
We're gonna talk about this forever, baby.
a team that has brought us so much joy, so many memories,
Wow, congratulations everybody. Now the real party can begin at your place. For a review of the winners or some images you can share to announce your Golden Awards, just go to Mid-America's Emmy website, Facebook page, or on Twitter at #EmmyMidAm. And we'll do this all again in person next year, October 9th, right here at the beautiful Hyatt at the Arch. We'll see you in St. Louis.